Let's begin with some breaking news coming in from the Capitol Hill. U.S. Senate approved Trump's spending bill. The Republican-led U.S. Senate approved Donald Trump's flagship spending bill after a marathon voting session on the deeply unpopular package. The legislation has been passed after Vice President J.D. Vance cast a tie-breaking vote. Republican Senators Rand Paul, Susan Collins, and Tom Tillis voted no with Democrats on the legislation. The bill is set to slash social welfare programs and adds an eye-watering $3 trillion to the national debt. The spiraling text, or the sprawling text, headlined by a $4.5 trillion renewal of the president's first-term tax cuts, now heads to the House of Representatives. It faces unified Democratic opposition in the lower chamber and multiple Republicans balking at deep cuts to health care, green energy subsidies, and food aid programs for the poor. Susan Teherani is our correspondent. She's now joining us live from New York. Susan, the next hurdle is the House of Representatives. Probably you can tell me what Americans feel about the passing of this bill.
It's a relief for Americans, although, as you mentioned, the House is going to be a hurdle of its own. The Freedom Caucus has said that they're not happy with the bill that they sent over and the bill that they're getting back with the amendments. And one of those reasons is because of the deficit and also illegal aliens being able to have government-run health care. So for the Americans, this is a sigh of relief, because if this bill would not have been passed in 2026, almost 68% of Americans would have seen significant tax hikes. And this is not just the rich. This is low income, middle class, all the way to the very wealthy. So this bill needs to get passed in order for those tax hikes not to snap back. That might be an incentive for the House to be able to pass it a little sooner. But nonetheless, the issue of how many people will sort of be kicked off these welfare programs, and also the national debt, that's going to be a conversation that's going to be ongoing.
Mm-hmm. Susan, will there be any ramifications or repercussions for those members or those senators who did not agree with the bill and voted no to the bill? Because I understand 3 senators joined the Democrats in voting no.
Well, Tom Tillis, one of those Democrats, has already said that he does not plan to seek re-election. So whether or not, we'll take his word for it if that's going to happen or not, or was he angry about this bill, it's yet to be seen. But nonetheless, I think the important thing was for this bill to pass the hurdles in the Senate. And as long as they have enough votes, I think the Republicans and President Trump will be fairly happy.
Susan, so what next? What happens now after it goes to the House of Representatives, and then the House of Representatives decides to either shoot it down or to pass it?
Yeah, and ultimately, that it goes back to the House. They review the amendments that the Senate has made. Because of those amendments, it's going back to the House. The Freedom Caucus has already said that they're going to hold out. We'll have to wait and see if that's really the case. There's going to be a lot of negotiations and a lot of back and forth going on. I highly doubt that the House is going to just pass it or not pass it with a stroke of a pen. There's going to be a lot of drama over there as well. Then we'll see whether or not this self-imposed deadline of July 4th is going to be implemented.
Mm-hmm. Susan Teherani, we'll have to leave it there. Good to see you. Thank you.